off.
Oh, that was a nice burp.
Dirty boy.
That's my job. Right, apparently we're live. It's not showing up as live. Let's refresh. There it is. Okay, thank you very much. Hello everyone, and welcome to a terrible stream for terrible people that's terribly 2 minutes late because time couldn't go fuck itself. When I was watching a video, I was like, oh, I've got half an hour left. Let's watch this 17-minute long video. Apparently 17 minutes is now 30, so, fuck me, I guess. How are we all doing? Right, let's get scrolled down so we can actually see what the fuck is going on. There is no Ed today. I mean, if he turns up, he can talk shit with us, but not right now. There is no Ed. Only Zool. Yeah, that was super fucking stressful. I thought I had shitloads of time left, and then apparently, no. Clever me. Anyway, how are we doing? What's going on? Thing, what's it, and my bob. Are you still dead?
Occasionally.
I noticed that in the mornings you're still...
If I talk for too long, my voice will go. But, usually it's alright if I talk for a shorter amount of time. Eventually I'll start squeaking.
Speaking of mornings, we're having an experiment currently.
Experiment.
An experiment. What, experiment?
Experiment.
Experiment. Experiment.
There's no T. You don't pronounce your T's.
Experiment.
Experiment.
Experiment. Anyway, sorry, just saying the same fucking word over and over again.
Experiment.
Doing an experiment. Basically, because I'm one of these people that just... Most of my work is done after 8 o'clock in the evening. I was like, it's really annoying because, really have to be thinking about going to bed at 12, maybe 1, 2 at the absolute latest. And especially considering that I end up having to put Mrs. Sick to sleep because she is bad at doing asleep.
I need sedatives in the form of games.
She needs video game noises because they put her to sleep like that. And I was like, so half the time, like I'll do a bit of work during the day, but I'm nowhere near as productive as I am between sort of the hours of 8 and 12. I'm really productive at that time, and then I have to go to bed. And it's just like, oh, that's really fucked up. So what we've tried for the last week is that now I put Mrs. Sick to sleep, and then I stay up. And I stay up until it's time to take the kids to school in the morning. So, yeah, and I sleep. I've been sleeping during the day, basically, between about 9 and I've been waking up at 4 most days in the afternoon. Although I don't want to get up at that point, but it's sort of a weird experiment. See what's going on. Mostly just trying to get used to it. I am thinking about doing stuff at those times of nights, like maybe streaming on Twitch. Stuff. I don't know what you're implying by stuff with your thingy fingers.
Camp on.
I was doing... Oh.
What else?
I ain't showing my body off. The world is not ready.
Not ready for all this.
I woke myself up from a pasta-fueled coma to say hi.
Hello, Lucas.
Yeah. It's been very, very, very strange, though. Just because I've just been pottering about at night. I usually do some washing up, I clean up, and I work. I haven't been able to work at my computer because that's in the bedroom. If this continues, that might have to change. But, yeah, it seems to work. Like, it's been a lot easier, especially the script writing phase, because now I can just chill while I do it. And I'm not, like, just trying to force myself to write. I'm just writing. Like, the last script, although it wasn't as funny as I'd have liked, it was very, like, when I was writing, it just sort of fell out of me. So that was something, I don't know. But that's something that's going on at the moment. I don't know if it probably won't have change anything to do with you guys, but it's just an interesting experiment. And it doesn't change a huge amount about our lives, because basically now when I'm sleeping, Mrs. Sick is working on her little projects and whatever she's doing, which she would be doing anyway, and I would just be in the living room trying to...
Watching gaming stuff, probably.
Watching gaming stuff or trying to summon up the will to fucking do some writing or do some editing. And now I just do that at night when I've got some chill time. So, it may work out, it may carry on. Could you do stuff, and for how much? If it's enough. I mean, there's people who talk about... I know that the foot fetishists are wild and apparently wealthy. For enough money, I'd be happy to show off some feet.
I know this
Maybe
is
some leg.
I know this is off topic, but Emma Watson needs to do hardcore, and you know the rest. Hardcore feminism?
Emma Watson is not someone that I've ever found particularly attractive. Mostly because she's the Harry Potter bird, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mostly because
I saw her as a child. That's why. And every time you see an eye, you were a child.
You were a child at one point. Every human... I can never have sex again because everyone's been a child. That's a good argument. Now, I just didn't give a shit about the Harry Potter films until I was well into my late 20s, when someone said, no, seriously, sit down and watch them. Ignore the first two because they're shit. And then watch the rest. They're quite good. And I went, fuck you, I'm going to watch them all. And I actually quite enjoyed them. I was surprised at how much I enjoyed them. And I'll probably never watch them again. They're pretty okay. But the Emma Watson thing, yeah, never... I didn't grow up with her, so I don't give much of a shit about her. Mrs. Six, say, Bradley, I told you not to eat the cat.
Bradley, I told you not to eat the cat.
It's no. Because I think you're Scottish, apparently.
Yeah, that's why I said no.
I thought you said not.
I said not. No, then.
No.
Thank you.
Don't you know to eat the cat?
Thank you, Quick Sticks.
Why are you thanking him?
Because he gave me money.
Yeah, in exchange for goods and services.
So?
There's no thank yous involved then. You go into a shop, you buy a Snickers, and then they punch you in the face.
I'm being fucking polite. God's sake.
Don't. Otherwise they'll start expecting gratitude, and you don't want that. Books better than films. Yeah, but I can't read.
No, you can't read.
No.
Oh, you can't spell. You're okay at reading.
Yeah, I definitely can't spell. The riff tracks for Harry Potter is /RMAs. Is that like...
What? That sounds like a racetrack.
Riff... I think it's the... Is it a bit like bad lip reading kind of thing? I've got to assume it's that sort of thing. Yeah, I like the films, but they didn't do a huge amount for me. Like, I just thought that they were decently put together films. I quite liked the Fantastic Creatures. I haven't watched the second one. Apparently, it's complete trash that ruins the first one, which is like a decent film. And the second film is a really, really bad film, especially when put next to the first one, which is fun. Oh, I like the name Nerdy Rodent. I hate when time goes too fast. I know. I was very, very pissed off. I thought I had loads of time. I looked at the time, it said 9. I was like, oh shit, started fucking panicking. Because I know how pissed off people get when they don't get these terrible fucking streams. I mean, how is life supposed to go on? That's the times when... I think I've cancelled one of these like once, maybe twice, that I've missed a week in the last 3 years or something like that. And people were mad. So angry. It's the Mystery Science Theatre guys, the Watch and Take the Piss, Make Jokes, etc. Oh, cool. All right. Oh, I get it. I know what it is now. That's the kind of thing that you just have the track. You download the track from one place and then you watch the film and you have this in the background. I think that's what that kind of thing is.
What?
Basically, some people sit down, watch a film and record an audio track and then they release the audio track they recorded, and then you listen to it over your own copy of the film to avoid copyright shit.
Ah, right, okay.
Yeah. I've heard of some. There's a few people who do that, and I've always meant to try one, but then I can't be asked. It's a bit like commentary. It's basically fan-made commentary, or at least third-party commentary tracks. That's something that always made me laugh. Actually, thinking of commentary tracks. There's a mod for Half-Life 2 called Half-Life 2 Update, which is a fan-made mod. And it's got a commentary track, but it's all fucking fans, so they just gush. This game is so good. It's like, I don't want to hear that. I want to hear where everything shits.
I have the same thing. I can read news, that's fine. I can read loads of articles and loads of research stuff, that's fine. As soon as I read anything fiction, my brain just goes la la la, and goes off, and I have to read the thing like 10 times in a row. Over and over and over until I actually read it. It's really fucking... It's only with fiction as well.
For some reason, whenever I read something out loud, especially when it's fiction, like when I read to you sometimes, and I would just yawn and yawn and yawn and yawn and yawn.
Yawn all the time when you read out loud.
It's like I read about 3 words and begin yawning, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I don't understand where that comes from. It doesn't happen when I'm reading my script off, or a script in general. I guess it's in terms of the concentration. I think
it's
or something.
Maybe it's a subconscious thing. You're like, this is boring.
I am in me.
Yeah, this is
words. Yawn. Did you know?
Did I know what?
Did I know Rags back in my PC day? I know Rags now. I have his thingamabob.
Penis. Dildo.
His Steam, and I have him on Twitter and that. I haven't spoken to him in ages, but I have spoken to him. There's an old stream, and it's about cum.
Oh yeah, I remember that now.
I think, was it cum facts mostly?
Yeah, it was about cum facts, yeah.
It was fucking hilarious. I'm not a PC tard anyway, I am a gamer tard. Thank you very much.
I'm just a tard.
Your stepdad has the nickname of tard because he is the world's most forgetful human being.
Oh god, some of the stuff he comes out with is fantastic.
Which at this point is well, it turns out he has a condition, but your mum still keeps it up, and I think it's unnecessarily mean at this point. Your stepdad has a condition. I won't go into specifics, but there's a reason why he might forget things.
No, that was a part of because of his heart problems. That's what they figured out.
Oh,
because the blood pressure's not going right. It wasn't going around his head right.
Right. Oh, is he better?
Yeah,
then?
He's better now.
Oh, that's
He's not as good. He's not 100%, but he's a.
You didn't tell me that.
His memory's a lot better.
Oh, I can stop feeling sorry for him.
Yeah.
I start being mean to him again.
Because the idea was he might have an onset dementia, and we were proper worried about him. And then it found out and then he ended up having a few heart attacks, and they figured out because the blood pressure's not going through his heart properly. It wasn't going through his brain properly, so he kept forgetting things and making mistakes and stuff. Yeah.
Try to get on EFAC. Yeah, but that would involve talking to people and... Actually, that's one of the things I want to make a concerted effort to do this year is put myself out there for other people to use me on their shit.
Use and abuse.
Yeah, go on people's streams and stuff, but God, I hate reaching out. As any regular listeners will know that I am an anxious motherfucker, and I don't like doing things. It makes me feel bad all the time. Speaking of conditions, I'm high-functioning autistic and struggle with math. I passed a math class for the first time in 7 years with an A 2 weeks ago. Nice!
Hey, nice!
Good fucking on you.
I'm crap at maths. I'm just not that mind.
You're just bad at maths because you're stupid though, right?
No, but I can't do it. The simple, when they're doing homework with the kids, And she's like, one of the kids is like, oh, the answer's this, mummy. And I'm like, staring at it going, what? How did you even get that? And then...
2 plus 2? I don't understand.
It always takes me a while to work it out, even though it's quite simple. And it's like, it makes me feel so stupid. But I'm just not that minded. I don't do maths. I do it with art. That's what I do.
You're like, I'll draw you a picture.
Yeah, I'll draw you a picture of maths. But then that's all you're getting. You're not getting an answer from me.
2 plus 2
yeah, do fancy
equals question mark. Aha, there you go. There's your working out your
I had to go in I had to go in a special maths class because I was that stupid.
I was good at maths when I was a kid. I would consider myself pretty okay, passably competent at it. But as a kid, I was like good at it to very good, but it was never nurtured right. So it got to the point where it sort of slipped off. But what I always used to fucking hate is because I could do like all the maths in my head, is having to show my working out. I'm like, why though? I worked it out. It was fucking easy. It wasn't until
I know that there's probably some traits of autism in my head somewhere. But I wouldn't really class myself as autistic. But yeah, I think it's just I'm not maths inclined at all. I can't stand it. It took me so long to do the basics.
Yeah, but the point at which I started getting stuck, and it was once I started giving up on like education in general.
I really thought you were going to say effort.
Kind of. When I got torn away from everything I'd ever known and moved to a new area, which is why we will not do that to the kids. Both of us, a lot of our biggest problems come from the fact that we didn't have stable...
Our parents moved us around so much as kids. I went to like 3 different...
Well, your parents moved you around like crazy in the same area.
I went to 3 different primary schools and two different high schools, and then while I was doing college, my mum said, oh, we're going to move. So you can either stay at your dad's or you can come with us and move to a different college. And I was like, oh, for God's sake, we're moving again. And I was like, no, I'm living with my dad. I'm not going through that again.
But basically, you were moved from local school to local school to local school.
Yep.
And I was moved, like, it was across counties, but it was far enough away to basically be, it might as well have been different countries. But those had such large impacts. It's hilarious to me because it's something my mum...
Sorry, I love the show you're working out. I draw pictures of lifting weights.
One of the things that drives me nuts, like it's a thing that both my mum and my dad do or have done in the past, which is they complain about things that their parents did. My dad complains about his dad leaving, and my mum complains about the fact that her parents moved her about, and both of them go, these were really bad things. Both of them did those things to me and my brother, and I'm like, are you fucking stupid? Like, so the way we see it is that, we have conversations with each other. We talk about how, certain things fucked us up because, parents do that. They don't necessarily do it on purpose, but they do it. It's just one of those things that happen. But instead of seeing it, or at least trying not to see it as, this fucking shit was bad, see that thing and go, right, do not do that to the kids. Just try our best. We're not...
The worst thing was having to make new friends over and over. And now I'm socially awkward anyway, which really doesn't fucking help when you're trying to make new friends.
Mm.
And, like, when I have... I wouldn't say I have social anxiety, but I have issues making new friends in person. And going through different schools, it took me ages to make new friends. And then within a few years, I get ripped away again.
Yeah.
And then having to make new friends all over again. And now my mum wonders why I don't have friends now. And it's like, yeah.
Like, I was very fortunate because I got to build up. I don't know which is necessarily worse. I think different it's not a competition. But with me, I'd built up a successful school career, as it were. I had loads of friends, good friends. I was doing well. I'd gone into secondary school, and I'd like knuckled down, and I'd started actually doing my, like, one of the things that I was always bad at was my homework, and I'd actually started doing that on my own volition on the day I got it instead of waiting. So all these things, and basically at that point when I was starting to succeed at life, it got taken away from me. Had to make new friends. Had people hate me for the first time in my life. I couldn't fucking comprehend it at the time. They were just these people. They just didn't like me. I think a big part of the problem is that we moved into a pub, and I thought, oh, I've got a pub. I'm going to be so fucking popular because I was stupid and a child. People are going to think I'm cool, and no one gave a shit because kids don't give a shit. And it's like it didn't do anything for them, so why the fuck should they care? And they didn't know me. I wasn't part of their friend group, and so that just completely fucked me over. I ended up with a couple of good mates, and that's about it. And even those have long since blown to the wind because I've moved much further away.
I was talking about the other day, like someone, one of my family members on Facebook put a post up saying like, oh, if you're just lurking around on my Facebook trying to get information about me, but you don't interact with me, I'm gonna make you go away, basically.
Right.
And then I was like, actually thinking about it, and I was like, I had all my school friends, all my friends that I met out from when I was clubbing, and I've culled them all over the years because they don't talk to me.
She doesn't mean culled, she means killed. They're all dead.
Yeah. But yeah, just like
She's a prolific serial killer.
Don't talk to me, don't interact with me, and the only time when they actually want anything from me is when they want something from me. Like, oh, can you make this art piece for me? Or can you do this piece of thing for me? Can you do that for me? And then that's the only time
you do this. Do me a favour.
Yeah, and they don't give a crap. And I was like, bye, gone. And then I went down from like 500 people on my Facebook to like 51, which are all just family now anyway.
And even those, you'd be like, I wish I could get rid of them, but there'll be drama. Why did you unadd me on Facebook? That's basically like stabbing me in the heart. Fucking people who takes Facebook at all seriously. Which is why there was a point at which I like to collect people on
Yeah, you do. You collect everybody.
I collected people on Facebook because it's just like, the more the merrier and whatever. And then I just stopped caring because Facebook is hot garbage and it's completely uninteresting. And Facebook proves how fucking shitty it is, because when you have it, and I do, but you don't use it, most phones come with it pre-installed as a fucking I could switch it off, but I can't be asked. Occasionally I'll use Messenger to contact someone who I don't have a phone number of or whatever. Or occasionally I'll just lurk. That's what it's for. But, I just don't care. Like, the people on Facebook, the people that I care about, I have the phone numbers for. And then if I want to actually have an enjoyable social media experience, it's on Twitter. I've had infinitely more. I go on Twitter every single day because there's usually something funny there, or something ridiculous, or someone's asked me a question. And yeah, that's fine. I like it. I like it a lot more than Facebook. I gotta be honest. But
the reason I use Facebook is because it's great at archiving photos, and because of all the photos of the kids, it makes sense to put them on there. And then the other one is looking for memes, and that's the only thing I use it for.
There's some half decent memes, but it's boomer
meme
central.
Boomer meme central.
So yeah, it's one of those things. Like
Jesus Christ, cat.
I don't know if you lot can hear that, but fuck me. It's showing up on the mic. And then the mic equalizer. Are you awake? Yeah. What was I saying? Just about doing right by the kids, doing the opposite of what our parents did. which is complain about the things their parents did and then immediately did themselves.
Yeah, dark start. I think that's what it is. Yeah, that's basically what it is for me. Like, if I'm not if I'm not doing stuff for other people, they don't interact with me.
The thing I need to start doing is charging people for fucking just in terms of people asking for my help. It's almost always something computer related for me.
Yeah.
And I need to start.
I'd charge.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, oh, you want me to help you with this particular thing? 15 quid, mate.
Well, I know how much these things cost money to do. Like I don't mind so much when it's my family, but I have a lot of people who ask me to help them. If I offer help, then I don't expect anything, because you're a dick if you offer to help someone and then go, oh, well, these are my prices. Like, fuck you. But if you ask me for help, like, do something. Even if it's like, give me a $5. Give me enough to buy me a beer. Because that's what you do. If we were
Oh, the memes on Facebook I go for are usually depression memes, so that gives me a little bit more respect.
My bestest mate in the world, Mr. Memory Man. I'll do.
You suck his dick already, Jesus! You always talk.
Like I haven't already done that.
Every single stream, you me man.
Yeah. Anyway, shut your mouth. You're jealous of our love. I'll do computer work with him. It's mostly an excuse to just go and drink stuff. But at the end of the day, you know, there's certain things I know about computers that he hasn't kept up on mostly. He's perfectly competent. He just doesn't keep up on computers like I do. So I do him a favour, and he usually buys me beer and buys me food. Literally no one else I know does that. No one fucking else. And he doesn't even need my fucking help. Really, if he wanted to, he could do it himself. It's because he appreciates the help. Whereas, you know, my family, they don't seem to appreciate it. My brother appreciated it. I upgraded his computer, and when I said, I bought a RAM stick and I gave him one of my old SSDs, and he tried to pay me back for that, and I said, no, this is your Christmas present, and it was a really good Christmas present as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, I just read, I get charged out to companies about £1,000 a day basic rate. I help out a relative or someone I know, I get a cheers and that's it. The one that I get is because I do artwork and things, and it's unusual that I get friends and family, the people that are close to me, to ask me to do an art piece for them. But when they do, the first thing they go is, oh, friends and family discount. And I'm like, fuck's sake, like, do you realise how much effort I put into doing something for you? And I sit there for hours making this art piece exactly how you want it to look, and you want a friend and family discount when you're happy to pay the full rate to another artist that you're not friends with. When that's not fair, is it?
The thing about friends and family discounts, one of my favourite things or ideas is that whenever someone says friends and family discount to you, you double the price.
Oh my god.
That's my discount. It's minus 100% or something like that.
Who is Cheryl Pingle? I'm Cheryl, that's my name, Cheryl Pingle. That's me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that you speaking?
Yeah, I'm Cheryl Pingle.
I mean, you do sound slightly different at the moment.
My voice keeps changing because I'm ill.
So it's when you sounded like Barry White
Oh, that one. I
found
when my voice was really croaky. It was like this, and then I phoned my dad up to see if, for his birthday, to say happy birthday to him. First thing he says to me was, "You sound like a transgender," and I'm like, "Thanks, Dad."
So sick. Could I have a thing for free? No, it's my thing. Fuck off. Get your own. Mates rates is one thing. Getting sod all because you know how to do this stuff easy is another. Yeah, I mean there's a classic. There's a meme about it, which is guy says, "I need this."
Mrs. Sick is my online alias. My name is Cheryl Pringle.
Her real, absolute, true name, and my name is Gavin. My name is Gavin Pringle. Look, the chat figured it out. They figured out our factual names. Oh yeah, someone said Gavin Pringle. Gavin. Can you imagine being called Gavin? All right, Gav.
You're my mate, so you should give me more money, right?
Yeah, we're mates. You like me, so you should appreciate how much work I put in.
You like me. You care for my well-being, don't you? You don't want me to die, do you?
Yeah, when we think about when I was thinking about it, the only person who's ever given either of us anything for our work has been, because we went to his house and painted his bedroom.
Yeah.
And he fed us.
Yeah.
And it's not like a huge deal, but it's.
Well, Memory Man's pretty much the only one that actually pays us for our work. He actually compensates us.
Yeah. And like he's always bought us drinks and stuff. Like when we were fucking severely poor, he would take us out. He
used to pay for us to go out just because he wanted to go out and he didn't want to go on his own, so he'd pay for us to go out with him.
He appreciated our company and he's been paid back. Does Cheryl have her own Patreon? Not at the moment.
No, why would I need a Patreon?
Because people want to give you money, but not me.
It goes into my account.
Yeah, my money goes into her bank. There's no reason for that. It's just been so long now that every fucking bill. We should sort that out. I should make it so that she gets no money, and I can just lord it over her like some kind of asshole. No, but if there's people out there who want to give you money but not me, we might as well.
We have a shared account. Yeah.
Essentially. Because I didn't have a bank account when we first got together. I mean, I did, but I had some shitty bank account that I didn't know about, but blah, 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 blah. Everything I did was just in cash at the time. I have my own bank account now that barely gets used.
I really thought that said, what are your pronouns, not your pronouns?
My pronouns?
Yeah, I thought you said pronuns.
They are super professional nuns. They get the job done.
My sister act nuns.
I hate you and every opinion you've ever had. Therefore, enjoy a bit of cash.
Cheers, Andy.
My opinion is that Anders Pack is a pretty good guy.
Thank you, Anders. Hate you too.
I think he hates himself, to be honest, because I think he's cool. He's very handsome and has a huge dong. What's supposed to happen is you do something for them for free, and then they do something for you for free. Yeah, but most people I know don't have anything I want. I don't know anybody who has stuff I want. Like, seriously, if I want things, I just fucking get them or build them. It's just like, ugh.
My mum was on about that the other day. Like, she's like, one of my siblings has got a kid, and they're always asking, can you look after her? Can you look after her? And I never asked for anything from my mum.
Yeah.
And she's saying, my mum got annoyed saying, I feel like a babysitter. I'm supposed to love being around my grandchildren, but I feel like a babysitter. For
the other one?
Yeah.
For ours. She asks us to have them.
Yeah, and...
She's more of a baby stealer.
So, I don't know. I don't really like asking people to do things for me. I just kind of just... Yeah.
Memory Man's mum used to take care of the kids because she asked us to do it.
Yeah, I want them for a bit.
But it actually became a bit of an embuggerance because sometimes she could have them picked up, but most of the time I had to take them. And I realised the idea was it would give me all day to get work done. Back when I was exclusively doing buying and selling. But I just ended up with about 3 hours to do fucking 4 hours of taking the kids up and coming back again. I'm like, this is not fucking worth it. And so it kind of switched to just when she could get them picked up. And then she stopped being able to have them picked up. And she felt really guilty about it. And I was like, don't. We didn't ask you to do this. You want to do it. You know, if you randomly want to do it sometimes, that's fine. But if you can't, we don't hold it against you. We're not upset. What?
Somebody said I sound lovely.
Real
Every Day says I sound lovely. What the hell is wrong with you? My voice is going again. I can feel it in my throat.
It sounds lovely once again. Full of goop. Depends if you like the goop. I babysat for the first time 2 weeks ago. Changed a diaper on my own with no issues. the label of back on the back
Oh
helped
yeah,
a ton.
yeah, we've done that. We've done that so many times with the kids. We're just like, just leave it. It'd be fine.
Unfortunately, the very, very, very first nappy I changed with the girls.
You've never changed a nappy before as well.
Yeah, as far as I remember, I can't imagine I've ever had reason to. Yeah, the very first time I did it, they were like, "No, it'll be fine, nothing bad will happen." Immediate poop explosion. It was fucking grim.
It leaked everywhere.
Oh my god! I mean, it was in the hospital. I think someone took over for me because it was that fucking bad. They're like, "No man should have to suffer. This is their first ever go. He'll never fucking do it again." And at this point, I could change fucking a nappy with my eyes closed and one hand behind my back. I am the master of the diaper change. And hopefully I will never fucking use that skill again. Because as much as I'm very good at it, I don't fucking... There's no joy to be had.
Is that how it sounds when I say it?
What?
Throat. Oh my
Throat.
god, it does.
Yeah, you say throat. You don't say throat. You don't do to
No.
or teas in general, really.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
What? Monday,
Thursday, Friday.
to Friday. Yeah, the only T's are instead of there's. I never had a leak or poop. My daughter is an angel. You lucky bastard. Don't come in here bragging about not having to deal with poop explosions. Fucking hell.
Or projectile vomiting.
Oh my god. They had a stomach issue at one point. No, it wasn't. It was a bowel issue that made it so that they couldn't...
With them being premature, their intestines weren't
working properly.
But
basically, they were clogged up. So every time they ate anything, it usually came back up after a couple of hours. I am one... I cannot deal with puke. I fucking hate it. It's just a really, really fucking difficult to deal with.
The one that gets me is snot.
I'm not bothered by snot.
No, like, I don't mind wiping it from the nose, that's fine.
It's when it drops in your mouth, right?
Oh, it's when you have to, like, when there's snot on the floor, and it's sort of, and it's like a big glob of it, and you're like, oh, for God's sake, and you have to pick it up with tissue, and you feel it sliming it. No.
I don't know, that doesn't bother me.
No, I can't do it. Gross.
Especially if you're picking it up. If you had to pick it up with your fingers, that'd be pretty fucking...
To be honest, the quiche puke that she did was pretty bad. Because that was proper eggy.
Well, I think the pastry is what caused that to be...
That was really mucousy puke as well. That was pretty dirty.
Oh, pukacey is that?
Yeah, pukacey.
I prefer to shit my pants daily. It keeps people on their toes. I mean, I would walk on my heels if there was just shit everywhere. Because if you walk on your toes, just gets all between them, doesn't it? Have I seen Two Girls, One Cup? Not only have I seen Two Girls, One Cup, I got paid £10 to watch it, which I'm both proud of and disgusted by.
I watched it and I laughed my head off. I thought it was hilarious.
I gagged. I went, oh, Jesus.
I thought it was the grossest, funniest thing I've ever seen up to that point.
I was... talking to someone and they said, oh, have you ever seen it? And I'm like, no. He said, oh, it's really gross. It's like, well, I don't want to watch it. And he said, oh, well, if you watch it, I'll pay you £10. Now, I am not someone who allows people to mooch on their debts. So I saw he went to the same nightclub as me, and I saw him. I said, you owe me £10. He said, oh, I was only joking. No, you fucking said if I watch that video, I'll pay you £10. And that fucking video made me gag. You will pay me. I marched him out to his car. And he paid me his fucking dues. Oh, yeah. Never bet me to do something.
What's worse?
Because I will make you pay me.
Cold puke or warm puke?
That is a very difficult question.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's... what would be really bad is cold puke with a really hot bit in the middle.
Oh, yeah. Because cold puke, like, coagulates a little bit.
Yeah. It can be easier to pick up.
Yeah, it's easier to pick up.
But it's also stickier and grosser.
Yeah.
Never seen it, never will. F that. What if someone paid you £10? It's It's pretty gross. It's pretty fucking gross. I mean, people are like, oh, but it's not actually real poop. And it's like, yeah, it looks like it and it comes out of their asses. It's gross. Don't even. Cold puke and cold shit are far worse. What, mixed together? Just a big shit puke. Welcome to the terrible stream for terrible people. I need a piss. You entertain.
Great. Leave me on puke, thanks.
Shit puke, thank you very much.
I Spinal Tap when the drummer choked it down. Oh my god! My dad showed me Spinal Tap, and the one thing that I remember very, very vividly from it is the very small Stonehenge, because he put inches instead of feet, and I thought it was the funniest thing ever. I bet you 50 quid that you'll gamble today. I don't gamble, so fuck you. The taste from Parmesan cheese is caused by the same chemical that gives puke its smell. Thanks. I can't have Parmesan cheese now. Living up to its name. Yeah, pretty much. Every stream like this always ends up being crap. We all need a confessional and 12 minutes. Would you rather accidentally step in warm shit barefooted and have it squish through your toes, or cold shit squish through your toes? God, I don't. That's one of the things though. I can't stand either, and it's happened to me both times. So
Sorry, what?
It wasn't shit. It was cat puke, but it's same sort of effect.
What?
Cold shit or warm shit barefooted.
Oh god.
Yeah. Because
Neither.
I've had warm cat puke before between my toes, and I've had cold cat puke between my toes, and I don't like either of them.
I usually smell shit coming. Like, it's very unusual for shit to be there and not absolutely stink out the room, and thus I fucking look for it. Some bacteria that makes blue cheese smell makes feet smell. I mean, that's...
Oh, that explains your feet.
Yeah.
Oh my god, your feet are dirty though.
Yeah, well, my feet are made out of blue cheese, so, you know, my feet are very valuable, apparently. I can't stand fucking blue cheese,
No,
Jesus
blue
Christ.
cheese is horrible.
I'm like, oh, this just tastes like my feet. All right, let me check. Yeah, definitely tastes like my feet. Mm. There were pagans in the wood in Pompeii at the wood circle. I was there for AJ. I cried blessings to them, and change is coming.
Thanks, David.
Okay. I feel like I've missed 2 steps. I just put my heel in a massive pile of dog puke under my PC desk 2 days ago. Had no idea she'd vomited. Was pretty nasty.
Oh, God.
Oh. I know, like the cat. Fuck it. I absolutely love it when she pukes somewhere easy to clean. And it's seeing her do it and then stopping yourself through it. It's like, okay, she's puking on the windowsill.
If you go towards her, she freak out and start running
She starts
away.
backing up, and she always backs up onto something that's hard to clean. So if we can see it coming, try and pick her up and like put her in the bath or something. Just something easy to clean. Like if we could teach her.
Like, oh, I feel sick. I best go into the bathroom.
Yeah, but instead it's just like, hey, 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 hey. It's like, fuck's sake. But it's almost always, though, what's that noise? Before our brains twig. Like, shit. If we'd have figured it out straight away, we could have done something. Listen to what I said about Parmesan cheese. That the smell/flavour is caused by the same chemical that's found in puke. That gives its flavour. Which chemical? There's lots of chemicals in puke. Especially my puke.
I freaking one at Twins today. She's going round park telling everybody. She went, everything's made of chemicals. I'm made of chemicals. This swing is made of chemicals. Going round going, those trees are made of chemicals.
That might be my fault. I was telling them. I can't remember exactly what they said, but they said something about chemicals being bad. Or something like that. And I explained to them that everything is made of... Chemicals doesn't mean... If someone tells you that something is bad because it's made out of chemicals, then you sell that person they're an idiot, basically. Not in those words. You just I get the girls to explain that they're wrong, but yeah, now they're like everything's made out of chemicals, which I'm perfectly glad for them to do that. One of the things, the girls are odd ducks. Like one of them, very particularly, is the only kid in the entire school that does it. She dances during assemblies because they have music.
Yeah. And it's always the same song as well. It's not like it changes so that it's like, oh, this is a new song to dance to. It's always the same song.
I mean, maybe, she dances to everything though. But
I watched it. All the kids from the school all walked in nice single file, all really well behaved, sit down really nicely. She comes in, waving her arms around, wiggling her bum around, shaking her hips, and she's there going all the way down to getting sat down. And then while she's sat down, she waves her arms in the air while she's sat down. And she's the only kid that does it the entire school.
So the thing about the girls is like they have some issues regulating their emotions. But with that comes some of the funniest shit you'll ever see. They have
extreme happiness and extreme excitement and extreme sadness, and
they're such joyful kids that people absolutely fucking love them. They are so they're delightful.
They're very sociable as well.
Until they lose their tempers, when they have difficulty controlling it. They're not even that bad. It's just how strong the emotional feelings. They're very, 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 very upset. But that's kind of one of the things we're trying to do, is to sort of help them regulate their emotions, but at the same time not get rid of that spark. That's like one of our major concerns. But like, just that's why I said about the dancing thing. No other kid in the entire goddamn school dances into assembly except for her. And she doesn't care either. No embarrassment at all. She'll just go and do it. We're trying to encourage, not encourage it, but like if anybody tells you,
it's not bipolar. It's like they don't have seasons where they're manic and they don't have seasons where they're down. They have regular ups and downs throughout the day. It's just when they get angry about something, it's 0 to 10. Instantly. There's no middle ground of like, I'm a bit annoyed now, or now I'm angry. It's just, I'm angry, even though they were happy 2 seconds ago. What?
I have no fucking ideas. Aren't two girls basically to be provocative in a provocative environment like Hostel is to a proper horror flick? Look, you're going to have to pay more money for me to understand that.
What?
What? What is this bizarre?
Did you try lithium? I'm not giving my kids lithium.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, because you want them to feel like zombies for the rest of the day.
The thing is, they are actually really fucking well behaved. They're better behaved than most kids I've ever seen. It's just when they have emotional outbursts, they have difficulty controlling them because they are stronger than most kids. But there's not a problem that I think drugs would solve, and I think that's I think that would be an incredible overreaction.
It's a behavioural thing which can be learned. They need to learn self-control.
I think it's a skill that they need to learn.
Yeah, they need to learn self-control.
The thing is, they were premature. It's given them a lot of issues, but good parenting, I think, and care and fucking paying attention to them is probably going to help them a lot. Having stability. Like we said, even if they had no problems whatsoever, we want to give them the stability to just let them become as good people as they can. That's like the other thing is, I've said it before, I've probably said it multiple times on the stream, but I am a firm believer that your kids do not owe you fucking anything. The idea, these people go, I gave birth to you, you owe me blah 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 blah. Fuck you. If your child asked you to be born, then fine. Did they? No. So shut your fucking dumbass mouth. That fucking attitude pisses me off ever so slightly.
When we say our kids are well behaved, is like if you tell them to do something, they'll listen to you. They'll just do it straight away. Or if they're very polite and they say please and thank you all the time. And then also they're not particularly spoiled. They're very good at sharing. So in terms of well-behaved children, they're good at sharing. They're nice to each other, and yeah, they do as they're told. That's well-behaved.
I mean, it's been mentioned by multiple people that they are particularly well-behaved. Both of our mums, when they have them, say that they are literally zero trouble, except when they have an emotional issue moment, and it's fine. It's not a big deal. You just sit with them and you help them calm down. We're just trying to give them the tools to do that themselves. But David, yeah. If I just don't understand this concept. It's sort of ingrained in society, and I hope it goes away at some point. I won't talk to my family. They treated me like dirt and expected me to do as they say because family. Yeah, fuck those guys.
You. Yeah. No, I'm just... you need to do this because of family. I'm like, I don't need to do fuck all, thank you very much.
I have, like, an okay relationship with most of my family. Like, I have an okay relationship with my mum and my brother, and that's about it, really. The rest of them, I don't really talk to them, but I don't dislike them, except certain members. But, but I have no feeling of I have to do things for these people, because why the fuck should I? Once my parents realised how much they unintentionally damaged me, they've been much nicer and more accommodating, just leading with some religious spew before everything, though. My parents never acted like I owed them, but I felt like I had a duty to take care of them first. Like, it's okay to feel that way, but the thing is, that kind of thinking that way is usually earned. Or can be earned, at least. If you feel like your parents have done right by you, then you should have absolutely no qualms in doing right by them. But if your parents tell you that you owe them...
I raised you, therefore you owe me.
I gave birth to you, I've made you, I can unmake you kind of shit. That's just fucking toxic. And they can go fucking die. I don't care. My mum would never say that to me. Certainly not now.
Both our parents think they've done a fantastic job.
Yeah, they lack self-aware. I think they've gotten a bit of self-awareness with old age and having certain things explained to them. But I don't think that they realise just...
They think because we're nice people that
that was their fucking doing.
I made you into a nice person because I'm an amazing parent. I went, no, I taught myself to be a nice person.
I love you, Sir. I okay you. You don't know how fucking right that is. My love is not easily given.
My brother this week decided on Thursday to drive 20 hours to come visit me for the weekend. Honestly, nice guy. Nice to see the guy. That's really nice.
Yeah, that sort of shit I like. I'd be okay with that. Like, I like seeing my brother, but it's like fucking getting blood out of a stone to get him to come and see me. Mostly because he fucking lost his driving license, I think, or he's lost money and he doesn't have a car. He's done something stupid, I don't know, but...
I thought his car failed its MOT or something.
That was it, yeah. His car failed its MOT and he's just not got a lot of money at the moment and he needs to sort his shit out to get that sort of on the straight and narrow. My parents did a terrible job. I love my mother, only my mother, but even she really dropped the ball.
I love my mum to pieces and I really do care about her. And, I will do everything I can when she's elderly to look after her. But there's a lot of things that she messed up on in terms of who I became as a person. It would have been so much easier for me if I had her support as a kid. And then I would have become a lot more confident adult. But I had to learn how to be confident, and that was mainly through you. Mm. You're the one who gave me my confidence.
Well, when you told me certain things that had happened, and I'm like, why don't you hate these people? Yeah. and you were like, oh, because I love them. And I'm like, okay, I wouldn't.
I don't know. I can't explain it myself. I'd still love them.
There's something for a very long time that I've never been hugely... I don't put a huge amount of stock in loving people because they're your family. I love Boss Trooper 87, son. Just because you put plus at the end. If you'd have said please, you wouldn't have gotten that.
I know that my mum exists.
She's definitely somewhere. With my mum, she is really great company. She's quite funny, and she's reasonably good to talk to. Except when she glazes over, I fucking hate it when she does that. It's one of the most irritating affectations I think I've seen in any human being. If you talk about just the wrong thing in the wrong kind of way, she's just glassy eyes.
Yeah, she gets this deer in headlights look and drifts off into her own world. It's weird.
It only annoys me because I know if she actually listened, she'd understand. Because she's not stupid. But that's the only thing that really bothers me about her as an adult. You know.
Yeah, it's very easy to become a parent. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's
no
like
one
a
stops
thing,
you
though.
becoming a parent.
It's
basically.
one of the things like you can be a mother, but to be a mum or a mom, I suppose, is a lot harder.
I couldn't fit, please. Well, you should have spent more money. And then I wouldn't have said it. Religion actually gave me the wrong answers, held me back, and left me developmentally challenged in several areas by 7 or 9 years. So, yeah. I mean, like the religion thing. I had religion growing up. It wasn't super impactful, but I definitely don't think it was a particularly useful part of my childhood. All it really taught me is that there's someone that you can ask things for, but he probably won't give them to you. And it's just like, well, what's the fucking point? Have any of your family ever seen any of your content? What were their thoughts? If so,
they talk about...
My brother really likes my videos. I can't stand it when he talks to me about it. My mum has seen them. She doesn't know what to make of them. She'll occasionally ask me to remind her what the fucking channel's called.
When my sister and her husband found out about your channel, they were like, "Oh, I've watched some of your content," and then that was it. They never watched anything afterwards.
I know. Occasionally, if I come up in conversation, around your mum, your sister, and her husband,
yeah,
one of my videos will probably be put on to see what I'm talking about at the moment. I don't think they get it, and I'm glad because that would mean that they would watch it and then they would ask me questions, and I don't like talking.
They're very normies. That's the only way we could put it across.
But my brother likes them. He thinks that they're funny. He's off and on about whether or not he watches them because he has a life and he has shit to get on with. But when he does watch them, he likes them, and it's weird. And I don't like it.
But the boomers in our families don't really watch much.
I found out when we last saw Memory Man that he's been watching my content semi-regularly recently.
Yeah.
And I was like, but why?
But why?
It is one of the things I hate. I can't stand it when people I know watch my stuff, because I guess there's a certain amount of it is that you're exposing a part of yourself. You know, you're trying to...
it's just having a teacher as a parent is very difficult.
Having your teacher as a parent sounds fucking nightmarish.
But there's also because... You know, your parents spend all day handling other kids.
Well, it's the thing. It's not being able to escape from their judgment of your work.
Yeah.
Like, as a parent, if I see the girls what they've done, and I'm like, okay, oh, that's really cool. I don't have the sort of teacher tools to judge it in any way. Like, even having your child, being a teacher and having a kid, I reckon for the kid, is probably kind of shit.
Yeah, I think it's because you have a certain high standards of your children naturally, because that's what you've been.
I imagine there's some people who can balance it and be normal parents and not be teachers about it.
I think it depends what.
But I reckon that's really hard.
I think it depends what year you teach as well.
Yeah.
If you're around like older kids a lot of the time, when your kid is like maybe 1 or 2 years younger, you have higher expectations of them.
If you're kind of dumb, I guess.
Yeah. Well, not all teachers are smart.
Well, that's very true. Jesus Christ. Oh my God, I can't remember what it was, but the kids learnt something, and I used learnt loosely, and it was wrong. It was
Why would you want a GoPro on the cat? She doesn't frigging do it. She lays around the floor and messes up my rug with all her fur. That's basically her day.
If the cat had a GoPro, you'd see about 80% of it inside an Amazon box.
And then all the rest of it is her dragging herself across my rug.
Yeah, dragging herself across the carpet because she can't be bothered to walk.
Yeah.
So she just like Spider-Man's across the carpet. It's kind of impressive when you see it. The Catholic Church was the only major source of education in a while for Western Europe, but once society caught up, it became irrelevant. Yeah, I guess. I don't know what we're talking about now. I thought we were just talking about having a mum as a teacher mum. I think it's true of anything you do and your kids. Like if you are good at something and then you see your kids do it, there's a certain mindset, way of doing it. Like one of our twins, she really loves drawing. She says she wants to be an artist when she's older, and she's very she's got a lot of prolific.
She's quite arrogant, I'd say, about her artwork. She's only 7, so but she's my artwork is beautiful. It's fantastic. This is a masterpiece. She's always saying things like that.
I would like to quote,
which is I love the confidence.
I want to quote Terry from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Is that, why do you throw your kids' art in the garbage? Because they make so many and they're so bad. Like, yes.
I love her. I love her artwork. I love the fact that she's.
Does it.
Let me fill in the details now, and she does things like that.
I don't want to put it anywhere.
It's adorable, but God, they make so much of them. They make so many pieces of artwork.
We had to ban paper from their room because they have this thing about not just cutting up. Fuck, got that right down the right. They have this thing about cutting up paper, which was fine at first when they would just cut out large shapes, but it got to the point where it was basically confetti. And they kept doing it over and over and over again. So at this point they are banned from paper until they can learn to stop making messes out of tiny things and keep their room tidy. I want them to be able to do artwork on paper. But because we didn't want them to stop being able to draw, because we want them to draw and shit, we got them... I say we got them. We got someone to get them these tablets that you get off of Amazon. They're about £15. It's basically, it's like a Magidraw, an Etch-a-Sketch or a Magnadoodle. That's the one. But it's electronic. It's got a button that you press. So that's quite cool. And she'll sit and she'll doodle on that over and over and over again. I mean, it works out because as much as she seems to really like her artwork. It's like, she'll have this stack of like 200 fucking drawings she's done. And I'll like sit down and go, okay, which one of these do you want to keep? And it's like all of them.
Oh yeah,
well, I like
that's like pulling teeth when she's like that.
Yeah, but the thing is, with the drawing thing, she'll draw something and it'll be like quite good. And then she'll immediately delete it and draw something else. So it's a very strange juxtaposition of what she actually gives a fuck about, which is just odd. The mind of a 7-year-old is still very, very baffling, and I don't think that I'll get them until they become drinking age, and then I can finally figure out. £15, that's awfully heavy for a 7-year-old. I don't know, how heavy is £15?
Hang on, phone. Give me your phone.
I think that's quite light, isn't it? Isn't a pound a percentage of a stone? Or is it ounces? I don't know.
I want
Fucking
the bloody camera. Stupid thing. There we go.
Oh, you're using my phone. I added my thumbprint to the to Mrs. Six's phone because mostly because I use her phone to call mine when I can't find it. I was like, fuck unlocking this with the password every goddamn time. What are you trying to do? Women. Women. What are you doing?
I'm seeing how much they weigh in pounds.
Ah, £5.
£44. That's how much they weigh.
That is very, very light for a 7-year-old. Yeah, stone is £14. That is extremely underweight. Terrifyingly, if they were only, how much do they weigh now? Do you know?
£44.
Sorry, £44. My brain completely farted that. Yeah, so they'd be a third, something like that. Yeah, 44 yeah. I can maths. It turns out £15 is £15 heavy. Duh. Do you mean is as heavy as £15? Some cats weigh £15. There you go. Quite a fat cat. I don't think our cat weighs £15.
I want to see what it is because I know how much she weighs in kilograms. So I want to see how much.
How the fuck do you know how much she weighs in kilograms? You've been weighing the cat.
No, I took her to the vet.
Ah, that makes sense. That makes more sense than I can still see you weighing the cat.
She weighs £8.8.
Yeah, she
you
weighs.
fat cat.
They said some cats weigh £14. She's a light cat. Thank you very much. She just looks fat. She's got big bones. It runs in the family. No one runs in your family. Still one of my favourite jokes. How much is that in real measurements? Oh, that's a question. So are we going to do 2-hour streams now?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah, sure, why not? Yeah, we decided to start doing 2-hour streams after last week's successful 2-hour stream. So, lucky you! I'm off for a piss. Talk about weight. And I need a drink.
Talk about which talk about your weight.
Yeah. I've lost some, I think.
I don't know, you have to weigh yourself
I'll
again.
probably put some back on.
Probably.
Start exercising again.
No grams, none of that metric system, imperial for life, hashtag America.
Hashtag British Empire.
The family dog weighs £8. Oh my god, my cat is fat.
Dog.
She's blinking at me now. She's like, don't call me fat. Oh. Have some silence, that's fine. A moment of silence for the death of Cersei.
A moment of silence for my death.
2 hour streams, rip for my sleep. You can fall asleep to my...
Dulcet.
Yeah, my amazing voice if you want. Right, you can start earlier if you're going to do 2 hours. If you guys want us to stop, that's absolutely fine. I'm not bothered. It's just... We thought that usually an hour is like... A lot of people complain about us doing like an hour. You mean cat shaming? It's not my fault that she never goes out. I leave the window open for her all the time and she never wants to go out. And she doesn't walk. She drags herself across the carpet. Getting to her to actually chase anything is like really frigging hard work. And I've asked the vet, and then the vet went, oh, she's a little bit overweight. Maybe you should try and, get her weight down. I'm like, I barely feed her all. I feed her like a handful of biscuits. The rest of the time, she doesn't do anything. And she's like, oh, yeah, I know it's hard. I went, well, thanks for your advice.
Yeah, fuck her. She's just a fat bastard. And it sounded like you said cat shaming.
Yeah, someone said I was cat shaming because the cat's fat.
The cat is fat. I don't think she's that fat, but she's fatter than she could be.
Due to America's commie daylight saving schedule, the stream was an hour late for me. Ah, right, okay.
Those goddamn commie Americans. It is past 10 in Finland. Past 10. 10 past fucking 12, idiot. Sorry, can't brain right now. Yeah. So we're keeping the streams going for an extra hour now. Partially because of my nighttime shenanigans. Partially because people couldn't stop fucking whinging. Oh, I've just arrived! Hooray! Oh, the fucking stream's end. No one cares. Calm down. You should have come at time. We give her time. Oh, I'll eat some of her to make her weigh less. Hey, not before I do. Been nomming those kitty cat legs.
The cat is like an emergency ration, just in case.
Yeah, in case we run out of strays. Strays and ramen. Oh. Yeah, so now that we've gone, we'll be up for an extra hour. I've got nothing to talk about. Only joking, Lucas. I actually prefer America to the UK now. This country is dead. Everyone screws around underage here. Britain is past the point of no return. Do they? I think it's...
Thanks for lumping me in with that.
Yeah. She's barely underage.
I'm not 30 yet. I'm not an adult, according to the kids.
Yeah, you're not grown up yet. There was a day when my Scottish ancestors showed the way to enlightenment. We need that again.
What, heroin?
I think.
Is that enlightenment?
Glasgow Smiles.
What the hell is a Glasgow Smile? It sounds like a cocktail.
That's cutting someone's...
What, like Joker?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
Ugh.
you do it with a bottle.
What?
Yeah, you break a bottle and then you fucking slit their face up.
Wow, Scottish people are like crazy.
Yeah, have you met any Scottish people? Savage.
You're part Scottish. I'm worried.
The Scottish are cheap, druggies, and violent.
And have amazing accents.
Hello, I'm new to your channel as of yesterday. Hello, Mr. Fake Belt. I think I might have seen you in the comment section, but I can't be sure. Because I'm not very good at names.
No, he doesn't remember names very well.
Or faces, or anything. Who am I again? Chibbing. What the hell is Chibbing?
I've never heard of Chibbing.
Chibbing sounds like an English town, though.
It does, yeah.
Chibbing on Kent.
Unless Glasgow Smile is supposed to be Chibbing.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. But
I don't know.
That's all
now,
I know.
The more I say Chibbing, it sounds like a sex thing. But most of the time, I think everything is a sex thing.
Chibbing sounds like jizzing in someone's hair. Just right on top of their head.
A good old chibbing.
It's not called that down south. What's not called what down south? You got to use your fucking... Don't play the pronoun game.
Chib, stab, headbutt in Scotland. Ah.
A stab or a headbutt. Chipping naughty. Did I? Okay, cool. I'm not very good at remembering. I semi-avoid my comment section because I always find I end up being drawn to the really unfair comments, and then I end up just getting fucking annoyed because people who make really unfair comments are just the world's biggest dipshits. Don't forget to let your appliances automatically update themselves for daylight saving. Don't forget to not do anything except your fucking kitchen clock, because your kitchen clock says go fuck yourself.
Yeah, but we don't even change it. We just leave it because it's going to change soon anyway. So why would we probably?
I'm sorry, we don't change it. I fucking change it. I change it every time.
I don't. I just.
I know you don't.
Know what time it is.
You're too small.
No, it's not that. It's just I know what time it is. I just go one ahead or one behind.
Okay, go change the kitchen clock.
Why would I do that?
Because I want to see if you can fucking do it.
You want me to try and reach the clock?
Exactly.
Fuck's sake.
Made you walk. Precious calories knocked off. That's the skill. I didn't see anything, so you know.
Fuck you.
I'm pretty sure that was a lie.
It's not that high up. You have to start putting
Alright.
things higher up to the ceiling.
Thanks for proving it. Next time you can fucking change it.
I'm not changing it.
And you take the bins out as well. You responded to one of my comments once. Yeah, I don't actually respond to a lot of comments. The only comments I tend to respond to are ones that are either really, really, really funny or really, really, really unfair, or just someone who's a complete dipshit.
Now you're going to get loads of dipshit comments now.
Yeah, but if I recognise any of the names from here, I'm just going to ignore them. And being a genuine dipshit is a skill and a half.
Heineken now has a no alcoholic beer. I thought they already had one.
I would have assumed they already had one. Like, everybody likes the taste of disgusting, no alcohol, no benefit beer. That's what I see when you have a non-alcoholic beer. It's just like, so you've got all of the gross earwax flavour, none of the getting drunk to make it even remotely worthwhile. Yeah, I do that with the clock in my car. I'm late for 6 months a year. Fuck. Like, really? I bet you are.
Why would anyone want an alcoholic? If you're an alcoholic but you still want to join in, I suppose.
Even then, why wouldn't you just drink something nice? I just don't get it.
I don't know. I don't really like beer taste.
No. It took a long time to, like, stop drinking beer because it's what you're supposed to drink. I mean, I didn't drink alcohol until I discovered Jack Daniels and Coke, which is just the tastiest fucking drink on the planet. The flavour is weak. It's new to the States. My mate in England has had it for about a year or more. Yeah, it's just a type of non-alcoholic beer. I mean, it was always Caliber, I think. Was it Caliber beer? Was an early non-alcoholic beer.
Beck beer. That's what I had when I was like 13.
Beck? I think that's just a low alcohol beer, not a
It's
non-alcohol.
0.05%. Classed as non-alcoholic.
Yeah. Which is hilarious in itself. It's like you can't be.
My dad was the only one who gave it. My mum wouldn't give me non-alcoholic beer.
Yeah, because she's like, what's the fucking point? Wasted.
No, my mum believes in you are not allowed to drink until you are this age.
And then you will drink like a fucking mental
Yeah, and
patient.
then I'm going to send you out into the wild, get absolutely fucked, and then you don't want to ever drink again. I'm like, oh look, I started drinking again after that night. Oh well, what a shock.
I believe quite strongly in if you think drinking is okay, then I think teaching your kids to drink safely is way more important than being some sort of my parents drank the alcohol free or whatever the German one was. I'm a strong believer in teaching kids how to drink sensibly and safely. People, I think a lot of the binge drinking dipshit culture comes from, oh, we must never let children, we've got to keep them away from the pubs. And because, you know, not every traditional thing, not every back in the day thing is a good thing, but some of them are. Back in the day, the young lads, you know, sort of 15, 16-year-olds were let in the pub on the sly, and they had to sit down and they'd have a drink and they'd get like one or two and then they'd be told to fuck off. So they learnt how to have a drink sensibly. Nowadays, you can't do any of that. And in some ways, that's a good idea. In other ways, it's not. So it's kind of up to parents.
One
if
thing
they're...
I think it pissed me off the most, like, because like I didn't have my, I was, I think I was like 26 or something. Didn't have my ID on me. We went out clubbing. This was with my mum, I think.
Yeah.
And obviously my mum's old. She got let in straight away. I came up walking behind her. He put his hand on it. Sorry, ID. And then I was like, what? Like, the person you let in just before my mum was caked in makeup, had really high heels on, and she was talking just before she went in about hoping to get in because she's underage. And I'm like, and he went, and he wouldn't let me in, but he let her in because she was caked in makeup. And I was so pissed off because I'm 26 and I can't get into a bar.
Mm.
And I look too young. I look like a child. That's what I think. I never get served anywhere, and it really fucks me off.
Except when you do.
When I do, it's
and
like...
And then you won't shut up about it.
Yeah, I won't, because it's the greatest fucking day in the world when I get served.
Right. That's how I discovered alcohol. Wasn't allowed to have it. Moved out. Went crazy. Now I drink responsibly. Every now and then I go hard. Whole bottles of Jaeger or whiskey to myself sometimes. Like, yeah. The problem with going hard is that ends up with someone getting hurt. I don't know... Like, I'm going to wait until the kids are interested in alcohol. I'm not going to fucking ply them with it. But
they know at the moment it's a grown-up drink.
Yeah, and we've let them smell it and they're like, holy fucking shit, why are you drinking poison? Which is fine. But, when they're old enough to start thinking about it, then to start actually giving a shit about it, I want them to learn it safely. I don't know what the actual laws... I think the laws on it do allow for underage drinking in the home.
Daddy is so sexual, I could have my kids call me bro. That's
really funny. No, I quite like the kids calling me daddy. I think it's weird when they call me dad. It makes my spine like go, what the fuck? Makes me... I don't know. To me, dad is like when they're grown up. They're going to grow up at some point and they're going to start calling me dad.
They'll call me mum and then they'll correct themselves and call me mummy.
Yeah.
And I'm like...
You don't care.
I don't care, no.
I do, because I don't want them to turn into teenagers yet. That's the problem. I just don't want teenagers. My 16-year-old son gets into most of the local pubs, but can't buy a Monster at the supermarket. Yeah, that's true. Because it's such a strange system. When I first got, I can't remember the last time I was ID.
That's the one that baffles me. You can vote and you can get into army at 18, but you can't drink until you're 21.
In America, yeah.
That baffles me.
America is a strange country for its ages. One of the things that used to fucking baffle the fuck out of me was that a common trope for British people in American media is that British people are very uptight and sexually repressed, which is weird with a country where most of the time the age of consent is 18, and in the UK it's been 16 for fucking ever. So we're uptight, but our kids are fucking the shit out of each other, apparently. At least in this country. I don't know. Mum is when they're telling you something. Mummy is when they want something.
That's true. I do that with my mum.
Mummy?
Yeah, she go, what do you want?
I mean, to be fair, it's actually just about the extension of the name. Because you can go, Ma. I want to see how long I can
Well, before I go, Mum, and she goes, that's me.
That is my name. What do you want? I don't know why I did that.
Oh, my mum's German now. Well, at least your interpretation of German.
My perfect, flawless German. Ich habe Brot! I was tall for a teenage girl and went to the bar when I was 14. Stopped going when I was 18. There was no challenge at that point. Started going to the bar when I was 21. Nice. We have... What? A millenarianism tradition, and it's very weird and backwards and just wrong. That's why we say and do weird things. Okay, what the fuck does that word mean? It is long guns, voting, porn, R-rated films, army, etc. at 18. 21 for gambling, handguns, machine guns, explosives, and drinking. You'd think you'd want the kids to learn how to handle their alcohol before they started handling explosives, to be honest. I wouldn't want that to be the same day lesson. Here's a grenade and a bottle of whiskey. Have fun!
I think the alcohol thing in America, it probably comes down to like Puritan roots, because having alcohol is sinful in certain places.
Everything is sinful.
Where they're probably a little bit more Puritan. Yeah.
Have you read Series of Numbers? If you don't know what it is, you haven't. Well, I haven't read Series of Numbers, so I don't know what it is. Yay. Into my 30s, I got asked for ID, but from 14 to 18, never asked for ID. I mean, part of that is just a sort of changing standards in a lot of places, but I wasn't asked for ID until I was like 25. The first time I ever got asked for ID was at the age of 25, and only because the place I was asked were having a crackdown, and by the next week they didn't give a shit anymore because, you know, whatever. But, you know, I'm 6'3", massive beardy dude. I've never looked particularly young, even when I was young. But I didn't give a shit about going out to pubs and stuff. It wasn't until I was.
I think that's probably one of the reasons. Like, I've never been particularly heavily into makeup anyway, because it's just not my thing. But when I wear makeup, I look younger. So I don't wear it when I go out as much, because I definitely won't get served.
I'm genuinely not kidding. We can actually legally own explosives, just have to transfer with ATF permission. Yeah, I'm not fucking surprised. It's America. Your country is insane, at least from my perspective. It's actually very esoteric. We also borrowed from English Puritanism. What?
I got asked for ID for Scream 4. I was 27 and it was a 15. Jesus Christ. You're just standing there going, really? I'm an adult.
But why though? But it's a fucking... Like, when it comes to movies, apart from like porn, most movies, I don't know. I don't buy a lot of the arguments that violence... I don't buy any of the arguments that violence causes...
No, because I watch
particular change.
I watch horrors and gory sci-fi and stuff.
Terminator 2 was my favourite fucking movie from about 7 years old. I watched that film so many fucking times.
The kids will come in and I'm watching a sci-fi that's particularly gory or something. I'm not bothered. I'm watching like Jacksepticeye playing a game and he's swearing out. I'm like, don't come in here.
And that Irish accent. You don't want them to get any bad ideas.
Don't come in here, he's swearing.
He's Irish. No.
I'm more bored about them swearing than watching gore.
I had my first drink served to me at the age of 14 in a very small rural town in Wisconsin. I didn't even order it. They just brought it to me. Oh, fuck. It's gone too fast. People need to learn how to stop talking. I want to read the rest of that. Where is it? They just brought it to me. I looked around and no one said anything, so I drank it. Oh, that's actually genuinely hilarious. Also, good on you. Take the free drink. You always got to take the free drink. I had shaved and had a haircut the day before, though.
Ah, right, okay.
I was 10 stone, 6'1". So
you look like a skinny boy then, yeah.
You might have looked like a skinny teenager, yeah. I get carded when I wear a beard, and when I shave, I don't. Maybe you've got such an old face that your beard hides your oldness. First, you may think they mean more stuff is happening in a shorter time span, or that when you get older, time seems to pass faster. No, they mean literally whatever that's supposed to mean. Okay, I'm completely fucking missing something.
I am baffled.
Many baffles, many thanks.
Such wow.
Such baff. Such all. I got carded for a pack of smokes a few days ago. I'm freaking 51.
Nice.
How?
I think past the age of 40, it's sort of like, I got ID today.
I don't know. I would find that really annoying because I don't tend to carry any form of ID on me. So the last time I was ID'd, I almost certainly didn't have any ID on me. And I just stare them dead in the eye and like, are you fucking joking? I've had more than one occasion where I've been ID'd and I've been just, are you joking? And they've been like, you know what, never mind. Because it's not worth the fucking hassle. I mean, it might be something to do with my voice, I don't know. But, yeah, I'm 51. Can I smoke? Am I allowed to smoke? I did. I assume you did the, are you fucking joking? Cigarettes are always ID in most US states now. I mean, how much longer are we going? I got a 6-inch spliff waiting to be taken out and smoked.
Take me with you.
Take me to your green leader. 30 minutes, technically. Why don't you just put...
It's not like you're missing out, David. Just go.
Yeah, you won't miss a single fucking thing. Just tote that bitch. And then come back. Or, like, lean out of a window. Pissed me off. The dude just started pointing at the sign. You should have pointed at the sign too.
The one that says, don't serve people who look 25. And you're like...
I assume it's I assume it's like everyone has to be carded or something like that. Like, why would you ever need ID? Who the hell goes around buying alcohol in a shiny metal helmet? Well, yeah. I just bring up the YouTube channel. Like, clearly, this proves my age somehow. Oh my god.
It's like, would an adult make this?
That's true. That would completely ruin my credibility as an adult. I mean, that's the thing. I get a lot of basement-dwelling teenage child attacks from people. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I don't think I sound particularly young as it is.
Oh, yeah, they could say, like, oh, you're in your basement and you don't have a girlfriend, and you're in your parents' basement and you don't have a girlfriend type thing. And you're like, I'm practically married. I have my own house.
Yeah, like, literally the opposite. Is that projection? You've not been laid, have you? That's one of the ones. Whenever anybody accuses me of not being laid, I'm like, I give such a little shit about sex at this point. Like, getting sex is really easy, in my opinion. Like, if I decided to go out and get laid, I wouldn't have too much trouble.
No, you wouldn't.
It's just not hard. Like, for me, I'm not even that good looking, but I am quite charismatic. And the ladies, they like them peen. Mm. What do you want, cat? Stop being fat. That's fixed her. She is looking at me with such hate.
Oh my god.
What have you done?
She's now skinny. Yay.
Meg.
God, I wish that worked with me. Someone just said, stop being fat, and then I just go back to my normal weight.
Stop being fat.
That made me fatter. Thanks.
I just heard fat, and I absorbed it.
Yeah. Probably, knowing my stupid frigging body.
Finns love to drink, but unfortunately we have very strict regulations regarding alcohol. Grocery stores can sell alcohol from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. and they can sell max 5.5% alcohol. Only 5.5% alcohol, motherfuckers. Wait, does that mean that they can't sell bottles of spirit?
Only government liquor stores. Bars with the permits can sell stronger stuff.
Oh, I like the idea of a government liquor store, to be honest. In the UK, I'm not sure. In fact, no, we have 24-hour licenses now. So yeah. I imagine that even the shops have the 24-hour off license. But if you come in and you are clearly inebriated and maybe being a bit of a twat, they will tell you that they can't serve you alcohol after 10 p.m. in this country. Because I have gone into those same shops at like 2 a.m. and bought a bottle of whiskey because I've been doing something all night and now I want to go home and get drunk, and had absolutely zero problem buying alcohol. So I think most of the time it's because they lie. You should read World Where No One Gets Mad. That's not the full title, but YouTube would censor the rest. I'm assuming gets pissed. or angry. I don't know. But yeah, that I find the idea of a government liquor store both amusing and terrifying.
Your government recommends this brand.
Government recommended alcohol. Govdrunk.com. I, from 15 and going through the years of smoking and drinking, I was dating a girl 2 years older than me, but she looked way younger. Okay?
Okay.
She would get carded. Oh, there we go. She would get carded, but I wouldn't because I looked older, and so if she was old enough, they wouldn't even ask me. Okay. You should read Gnostic America if you want to understand our silliness. Oh, that would be interesting to read. But if it costs me money, no thanks. My Tesco is 24 hours, and that's where I buy my cheap booze from. Unfortunately, I have to drive this, so I buy my cheap booze from Aldi because it's really cheap.
It's really cheap, and it's alcohol.
and some of it's pretty okay as well. Sorry, I need another piss. Be entertaining. The gates have been opened.
Okay, some of the states have government-run liquor. I find that really bizarre. I don't know. That's just weird to me. Okay. I returned from Flat Earth debate on 50's channel. Okay. I just couldn't take the stupid anymore. So Sig, I do have to thank you for making great videos. I watched them and basically on loop on the night shifts. It killed my brain cells in just the right way, so thanks. You're very much welcome. Don't know why you actually tolerate it, but okay. Aldi by me doesn't sell booze. Oh, that's weird. Maybe it's just everyone around our area is alcoholics, I suppose. Aldi is like 5-minute walk away, but I demand that I drive. Oh, you've ruined it! I was reading that. Sorry for the typo. And I was able to type. Don't worry, my reading shit. It's fine. Library Genesis. You can find free ebooks.
Ah.
Not the most legal thing. Oh, we won't be using it then.
Oh, we would never steal things off the internet, apart from films and TV series and occasionally games. But nothing else. I do not advocate for piracy. Except for all the time. My Audi is a 5-minute walk away, but I demand that I drink and drive at least once a week. I mean...
Oh, I can see why you retracted that.
Huh?
You retracted it when you wrote it the first time while I was reading it.
Oh, what did they actually write?
Yeah, that.
Oh.
It's just about drinking and driving.
I mean, I'm not a huge fan of drinking and driving, I'll be honest. As in...
Would you like a tea biscuit? A biscuit made of tea? No, because raw tea is fucking disgusting.
Tea is fucking disgusting. I thought we'd already established this.
Shut up.
I mean, it's made out of leaves. Why are you just drinking hot leaves? Eh? Hot.
Is this going to be 2 hours again? I'll watch the second half in the morning.
Yeah, I mean, there's only 20 minutes left, so, you know, if you have to leave, you scum. You wouldn't download a child slave, would you? I mean, no. You know, you should buy your child slaves, like a sensible person would. Oh, so sick. I found tea that tastes like rich tea biscuits. I bet it doesn't. And it's the same thing with coffee. Like, people will tell me...
Yeah, you love the smell of coffee.
I love the smell of coffee. Coffee is one of those really, really pleasing aromas. The taste is fucking disgusting. But the smell is really nice. and Mrs. Sick and other people have offered me coffees that don't taste like coffees, and then I immediately taste the coffee, and I'm like, why would you feed me poison? I think it's one of those things.
Tea is hot leaf juice.
Alcohol is better. Yeah, it's hot wheat juice. Mrs. Six sounded like Donna from 2 Pints then. I don't know which one that is.
Is she northern or southern in that?
I think they're all southern, but they all sound like skanky birds. Geezer birds.
What, Cockney?
Eh.
Here's one of the weird things. My mum keeps saying that occasionally I say words that sound like him. And I don't pick up on it at all.
Oh.
I don't think I do. But apparently I do. And I must do. I must be picking something up on you. Because the only person I ever spend any time with is you.
Yeah. I kind of want you to go get some friends, but you won't leave.
I have German friends.
Yeah, but they're not coming out to hang out with you yet, are they? Are you going to go and hang out with them? But then you go, oh, it's too expensive. And I'm like, I will pay to get you out of the house.
Go.
Just leave. I need to masturbate. 2 Pints is so northern. I mean, oh no, yeah, I'm thinking of something else. They are all northern in that, aren't they?
Oh, there you go. That explains it then.
Don't know why. What am I thinking that's Cockney? Oh, Game On. That's what I was thinking of. Oh man, that was so fucking good. Game On is one of those shows that's quite hard to find now, and it had this agoraphobic landlord character. He lived in his flat and he rented out 2 of his rooms. And one of my favourite episodes, he's completely terrified of the outside, and he ends up having a party at his house, and this girl turns up, who is she's a ginger student, and he hates students and he hates gingers, but she's gorgeous, so he's like all torn up about that idea. And then later in the season, she like has a really bad day and phones him up, and she's like, I'm feeling really terrible. So he decides to go rescue her, but because he's an agoraphobe, he doesn't know what to do. But he's really into sports, so he's got like this American football gear. This is like some skinny London twat. He puts on it's some sort of football rugby armour, and takes a surfboard with him and takes the bus. And by the time he gets to her house, he faints.
What's it? Sick, have you heard that Nathan Thompson was arrested?
I do not know who Nathan Thompson is. Who is he and why should I care? What you got to bear in mind about me is that I barely know who anyone is, especially by like real names.
You doesn't do names.
I just don't do people. Like I kind of don't care. Like, of all the internet people, off the top of my head that I could think of, Linus Sebastian is someone that I know the name of because of Linus Tech Tips.
Sick's favourite film is Howl's Moving Castle.
Terminator 2 is my favourite film.
Anime. Favourite anime.
Did they ask anime or did they ask film?
Favourite film.
Favourite film? Mine's Birds of a Nation. Fuck's sake.
What the hell's Birth of a Nation?
It's quite a tough film. Terminator 2. It's the best film ever made. Howl's Moving Castle is a very good film. I really like that film. It's not... Loads of Studio Ghibli films came onto Netflix, except for the really, really good ones. Yeah. Although, My Neighbor Totoro's on there, and that is a fucking great film. He was harassing elementary school kids on the playground, yelling at them that water doesn't curve and forcing his pamphlets on them.
Oh my god!
He called it flat-macking and got arrested for it later. Flat-smacking, sorry. Flat-macking sounds like he was kissing.
Oh my god.
Nathan Thompson is a bellend.
I just have this image in my head. You know, the Fry meme from...
Futurama?
Yeah. And he's like, take my money.
Just take my flat smacking.
Take my pamphlets.
Shut up and take my pamphlets. Oh, he sounds amusing. Like I'll always ask this: if you've got any fucking anything that anti-vaxxers, crazy medicine, crazy ideas in general, a lot of anything about something very provable being fake, just really stupid flat earth arguments, any of that kind of shit. If you ever stumble across it, or if you know any right now, fucking send me some links. Send me the links. The hardest part of my job is finding something that I find amusing enough to respond to, or find annoying enough to respond to. So, if you wanna do me a favor, I mean, that's more useful to me than basically anything else you can do. Although I do like money. I put that in as the meme. Why I've largely stopped swearing in my videos. I put the clip from Idiocracy. I like money though. And someone put underneath, you like money and sex? We should hang out. I fucking love that movie so much. Oh, I probably used that movie like 3 times in videos because it's so perfect. That's the best episode and the only one I remember. Here's a bit of the video. Nathan Thompson. Damn it. Tom's poo. Tom's poo.
Tom's poo.
I prefer Tom's poo. CC from New York is a daft bugger. Don't tell me here. I ain't fucking rereading this. I don't think I've ever reread a fucking chat bit. Send me socialinequalitycrusader@gmail.com, or preferably Twitter DMs. My DMs are open. If you have anything, send it to me. Because, like I said, that makes my life so much easier. Especially if it's fucking stupid and funny and like a decent video. Because that shit's just easier for me to respond to. Water? Like from the toilet? It's when this is a really big guy. This thing's spitting out Gatorade. Is there somewhere where I can get some water? Like from the toilet? That film is so fucking well made. It's a series of jokes mostly, but God.
The amount of times that we quote them at each other.
Oh man, it's so good. It's one of those films as well that a lot of people just didn't get, probably because they were represented in it. Like I don't think it's in any way, shape, or form perfection.
Get Twitter and don't use it. Only use it to send things to him.
Yeah, that would require me having Twitter. There's no reason for you not to have Twitter, because the thing is, if you send me a message on Twitter and it's something that I can respond to, then I probably will. Like I'll talk to most people on Twitter.
It's got electrolytes.
What is it? It's got electrolytes. It's what plants crave. It's got what plant crave. I mean, to be honest, that's probably more accurate to the source material. Yeah, I love that film. Watch that film. Watch that film over and over and over again until you explode. It's so fucking good.
What's the one with Stummies?
Stummies, that is by Kids in the Hall, and it's called Brain Candy.
That is really good.
Brain Candy is one of those films that I quote all the fucking time. My fucking finger! It comes back late. He has a fight with someone poking him. The bad guy, basically, pokes the hero, and then they poke him back, and then later he's got this huge fucking metal arm splint that goes right to his fingertip because he's hurt his finger. Fuck me, that's such a good film. Idiocracy and Brain Candy, like...
They live in the same area, yeah.
Yeah, if you did a box set of films, those two would be in the same set, and they are so fucking funny. But what is electrolytes? Have you ever watched Mouse That Roared? No, I don't think I've even heard of that.
No, I hadn't heard of that either.
Is it funny? Most of the I like to watch funny films, or really, really, really cool films. Superhero movies, because I am apparently now a normie.
I can't get him to watch any dramas whatsoever. There's no point.
Dramas are usually so fucking stressful. But it's funny, because then I fucking loved Marriage Story.
Yeah.
That's a great film. But then that's got ridiculously good acting in it. And it has to be really, really good for me to want to watch it.
We're watching Altered Carbon at the moment.
Yeah, Altered Carbon is really, really good. And it makes me want Cyberpunk 2077 so much more. Like, I was like, I'm cool. I can wait until, September?
Yeah, I think
something like that. It's been delayed by a good number of months. And I'm like, no, I can handle that. And then watching Altered Carbon, I'm like, want to play this. Want to play Cyberpunk. Want to live in Cyberpunk. Want VR Cyberpunk. It's really, really good. If you are in any way, shape or form a fan of Cyberpunk as a genre, perhaps detective stuff as a genre, and a certain amount of weird sort of sci-fi stuff.
Sci-fi in general, yeah.
Really good, really well made, and very well acted. Not perfectly, but fucking, it's good. I really liked it. We're on the second season, and it's not as good as the first so far, which a lot of stuff is like that. But it doesn't seem to wallow in the first season, which is what I was worried about. We'll probably watch some of that before you go to bed, and then I come back out and start writing. Did you get it, or did I send it to a fake sick? Did I get what? Oh, did you send me something? Like I'm not checking my fucking Twitter while I'm streaming. Holy shit, 3 people. Heavy. Oh, okay. I've got a bunch of requests. Thank you. Yeah, I'll accept all of those. Yeah, I've gotten a number. It's Sesset Crusader. If you can't figure out who is me on Twitter, it's linked in my about page. So I'm not hard to get a hold of, and I don't get as many messages as you might think. I mean, they're semi-regular, but I guess I don't really. If I started putting stuff in my outro, then I might get like properly. I've realised that people don't really pay attention to words written on screen, so I need to re-record my outro as a voiced thing. The Nathan Thompson video. Yeah, if it's at Sesset Crusader, then you'll almost certainly get me. My internet is shit. And that's why you have to listen to these. Because your content you consume has to be as shit as your internet is. But yeah. It's coming up to the 2-hour mark, so I'll probably start closing this out now. If you like Blade Runner, then you will like Altered Carbon. Yeah, basically. We've been meaning to watch the second Blade Runner, actually.
Also, just a little note that the video that I was kind of working on is very close to being done now.
It's been very close to being done for a very long time, but I've actually put the stuff in that she wanted because you didn't know how to do it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And basically we just need maybe something at the end.
We're just doing a couple final checks on it, basically, and then it
but
should
that
be
might
ready.
That may well come out on Wednesday.
It comes out about like 25 minutes.
It's quite long, but it should be good. I think it's good. The fucking artwork in it is great, really funny, a lot of it. So it's pretty good, not as good as the original. I know that the Blade Runner is the 2049 that's what it's called. Is something that you can't really watch if you haven't watched the first one, which is fine. I fucking hate people who seem to have this idea that have you seen I hope you're not taking the piss. Yes. This idea that anything should be watchable on its own necessarily. There should be space in the market for films that you just need to have fucking previous context. You have to have watched the ones beforehand.
Virtuosity.
Virtuosity.
Stupid, blatantly cheap movie where they tried to ape Demolition Man. Total Recall, love.
For Denzel.
Denzel Washington. I like Denzel Washington. I hope it's good.
Is it good bad?
Is it one of those where you love it because it's just so stupid?
Or is it just fucking
Is it
awful?
just really bad? Like Biodome bad?
Oh my god, don't even start on Biodome. Biodome is one of the worst pieces of trash to ever be created. And I am so irritated that we spent fucking... Back in the day, we used to have download limit of about 15 gigabytes. So we would spend it wisely on the stuff we acquired from places like quote-unquote Pirate Bay that we definitely didn't use. So if we would work on recommendations a lot of the time. And we were recommended Biodome because our friend said, "Oh yeah, it's a film. It always makes me giggle." And we were like, "Oh, cool, a funny film." And we watched the whole thing because we weren't about to waste the megabytes that we'd spent on it. Oh my god, it's such a bad fucking film. So fucking bad. We've never forgiven him for it. This is a guy who owes me 50 quid. I would give him another 50 quid if I could forget watching Biodome. That's how bad that film
No,
was.
I kind of want to remember watching it so I don't fall into the trap of eventually watching it again.
Now, I want to forget watching it, but still know that it's just the worst.
Okay.
They literally put no money into this and just filmed at train stations and random Chinese markets.
What?
Selling cheap electronics from the 90s. That sounds fucking amazing. Virtuosity was a terrible film, but I did love seeing Denzel roaming around with a Beretta, kind of rare 3-burst machine pistol. That does actually sound kind of amazing.
They told me if you break computers,
They stop working. No.
We have to watch that.
That can't be right. That's not how computers work. Computers don't work when you pee on them.
Oh my god.
You
Cube.
like the Cube?
I love the Cube. That's one of my favourites. I thought I don't know why. I just fucking love it. It's so cool.
Isn't that one that's quite surreal?
It's quite surreal. They have a bit in it where there's like, I think it's like half a cow, and it's like split. It gets split open. And when I watched that when I was quite young, I was like, "Holy shit!" And it freaked
That's
me.
half a cow.
Yeah.
Cow. Moo. Dark City. Oh, Dark City. That seems very familiar.
Yeah,
What's that about?
That sounds familiar as well.
I know. What is it? I think we did a favour for someone at some point, and someone randomly lent us a copy of Spirit City or something like that.
Yeah.
That seems very... I can't remember what the film was about. I remember getting lent it completely out of nowhere. Very strange. But I can't remember anything about that. There was also there was a film, or was it called... It might have been called The Spirit.
Yeah, it's The Spirit. It was like a successor to... Oh, God, what was it called? The one with the black and white...
Sin City?
Sin City, yeah. It was like that.
I don't know.
It might have came before or after, but it was kind of very similar to that style.
This is sick. Have you seen Cube, the sci-fi flick where they get locked in a cube and have to find their way out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Were you not listening? Was that the one the other person said?
Yeah, Cube. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Cube.
like that one.
I like
Unless
the one...
it's The Cube, is that a different thing? But I like Cube. That's one of my... Yeah, I really
Equilibrium.
like that one.
Is that the one with Gun Cutter? Because I like that film.
Yeah, Equilibrium. That's the one you showed me. It's got...
Christian Bale.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like that film. Oh god, if we keep talking about films I like, we're just gonna go for another fucking hour.
Yeah, we'll go for ages.
Because I spent a lot of time when I lived alone. I didn't have an internet connection and I couldn't get a decent TV signal, so I used to just buy DVDs as triple box sets. So I watched a lot of fucking films in that time period. And a lot of TV show box sets. One of my favourites being Las Vegas, a TV series. I think it was just called Las Vegas or something like that.
Yeah, it's just called Las Vegas, yeah.
And it was really good.
Yeah, I liked that as well.
I liked it a lot. I had the first 2 seasons. I know it went further than that, but I've not really watched those. And I kind of don't care about the later episodes in that way. They might be good. I don't know. I don't care, like I said. because it kind of ends on a good sort of downer that in a sense I like.
I like fucking weird movies. Like, I watched, there was this, I knew this movie was coming out for a while called Cloud Atlas. And I knew it was coming out, and my mum said that she got hold of it. And I was like, okay. We can watch it together. So I watched it together. She lasted 10 minutes. She went, no, too weird, don't get it, and turned it off. And I was so disappointed because I love surreal shit. And it really pissed me off that she barely gives it anything a chance. Like Donnie Darko, she just did not like that at all. Which is, no, don't like surreal stuff. And it baffles me that people don't like surreal stuff. Because it's like, it takes you out of the fucking norm. And you're like, it's not about you have to figure it out. It's about an experience of it. And yeah. So I think that's why I like The Cube. Because it's not something I predicted. I think I watched that when I was about 11 or 12. Maybe a little bit younger. I used to watch loads of horror type films when I was quite young. Like Hammer House of Horror was one of my first type of horror movies that I watched. But yeah, I don't know what it is about Cloud Atlas. I ended up watching it on my own eventually when it came on Netflix. Or it might have been Prime. But I was like, at the end of it, I was like, I like it. I don't know why. I just like it. And I have a thing about surreal stuff. Yeah. So if you want to recommend any surreal things to me, you can always go on my Twitter and send me surreal films. I like watching films. I don't know why I liked Cloud Atlas so much. It was just very creative, and it's just very different. And I think that's what I like when I'm watching cinema. It's something that's just not normal.
Mm.
Like my sister told me to watch a series on Netflix called Greenleaf. Which is fine, and it's an interesting drama, but at the end it's still very normal. And whereas Cloud Atlas just fucks with you, because you're like, what? And
Do you like bad monster flicks? Kinda.
Kind of. It depends.
It depends.
Yeah.
I heard you mention Donnie Darko. Donnie Darko is one of those films that's quite divisive. Like, I like it. I don't think it's as good as the people who love it think it is, but I also don't think it's as mind-numbingly awful as the people who hate it think it is. I think it's
the horse that
odd
the one
and
with
enjoyable.
The one with Jennifer Lopez. I watched that one.
Huh?
Unless I watched both of them. I remember watching one with Jennifer Lopez, and I remember watching one with people trapped in a cube. So I thought it was the same movie. Unless I'm thinking like, I don't know, maybe I got them cross-wired. I'll probably watch both then.
I mean, you are very good at not paying attention.
Fuck off.
It's like a skill.
Have you seen Another Earth? Maybe. I don't know. I probably haven't if I can't remember it particularly. If it's a weird movie, I tend to remember the weird ones.
Yeah, I don't know. But if we carry on talking about films, we're going to sit here all night. We need subject matter for next week. And
have you seen BoJack?
BoJack Horseman. Yeah, I like BoJack Horseman a lot. You're not a big fan.
I'm okay with it. It's not my thing.
She doesn't get it. She's not smart enough.
I don't have an IQ, whatever it is.
Wait, that's not Rick and Morty. Yeah. So I'm gonna say goodbye for now, and we'll see you next week, where we'll just talk for films for 3 hours. How about that? Or 2 hours. Need to keep things safe. Anyway, thanks for coming, and we'll see you in the next one. Hopefully Mr. Six video out on Wednesday. If not, it'll just be one of my shitty videos, and I apologise for that. Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.